All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream here on VRML Channel 1. We've got ourselves a master tier, actually a back-to-back master tier set of matches on this channel, starting first with the Phantoms facing off against Hellbent. On the casting side of things, I'm Palidore. On the cast, being with a co-caster SputnikKobra, the one and only, and some new blood here in Lanzan on the cams, and it's me, Ollie, on the sideline analyst. So great to have all this participation and great to have all this viewership already tuning in. SputnikKobra, what's up?
Not much, just excited to see how this master tier game goes, the first one of the day. And I've got no predictions. I'm wondering what you're thinking, Palidore.
Well, what I'm thinking is, I know these players. I know that Phantoms, I mean, you're talking about a team that's been around in various iterations, all kinds of names, but the name of their game is simply execution. You know, this is a team who's had a lot of success for the past couple of years of Echo Arena. Again, various iterations of their names and rosters, but nonetheless, we know what they can do. For Hellbent, a team returning from last season as well, and continuing to just grow match by match and season by season. I'm excited to see what they do, but I do think it'll be definitely a trial by fire here against a Phantoms team.
Absolutely, and with that start off of this match, Multi finding that interception at mid off the initial headbutt and getting right back into the bubble and clearing that, and that quick boost coming through, retrieving it, and that shot coming through, and it's on target. Low rider at 23 meters, starting off this match less than 30 seconds off the clock. That's 3 on the board.
Like I said, trial by fire, in that case, trial by hellfire against Hellbent, and that's a great start for Lowrider. There was a boosting goalie almost back in the goal, but couldn't quite turn around to get the nab in time. And wow, Twitch chat, hello. See a lot of people in there stopping by already. Yeah, Vadix, Live Demon, Echo, Katie, Guipo, Keck, Draco, and Swagwar, as well as Miabra, and we're back into it.
And with that shot coming through, we're going to be off target, but trying to retrieve it in that bubble, in the headbutt, in the clear coming through, bouncing off the floor into the hands of Ocul Allen, who's going to send it through tube. And once again, Phantoms with their stack so quick to retreat and get possession.
And then sending it to Lowrider, so right back into their possession, a quick fire, and once more, there's Boop, doesn't miss. It's 6 points quickly for Phantoms.
Very explosive play from Phantoms, retreating on that clear, getting possession, sending it up to Boop, and we know Boop's arm is tried and true, and he does it again. Another 23-meter shot from Phantoms.
Quick thank you to Julio, to Nibbles, as well as Something Box and Technology for the follows, and following it up with a shot from Torin. It's 8 points, Phantoms, and this is the kind of start, well, I've seen a lot of that in previous seasons from this team, and they are definitely feeling right and ready for this third season of VR Master League.
Absolutely, and someone in chat shouting out, Rebuff Reality. With that battery, he just bought one, so thanks again to Rebuff Reality being one of our sponsors. And with that Joust advantage, sending an interception though on that forward pass down to the floor. Torin sending it through, another interception by Locky 11, sending it into the bubble, and there again is Phantoms Torin round with possession.
Torin sending it to Emil, just as Locky and Ocul Allen on the back end try to contest this. They're going to get the stack and actually right back into the goal. They're trying not to concede any more of those threes. We've already seen a couple of them from the Phantoms here, so getting back in the defensive line. And for the Phantoms, you know, they're a team historically, and just, again, they can be fast, they can be slow. It doesn't really matter. Whatever the defense dictates they will be. Definitely applies to teams like Team Gravity as well. You know, we saw a lot of that in Season 2. For Hellbent here, though, we've seen them again several times. They played in venues matches last season, and, you know, right now trying to defend against this open venue for Boop. That's 10.
And another point coming through for Phantoms, this 10-0 lead. As you said earlier, they're a very strong team. They're very smart. They play according to the team they're playing against. And in that way, they're so dynamic and they can adjust on the fly.
And right now, I mean, Locky, Hellbent, they're trying to do just that. They get getting stunned out, trying to tap it back to that back line in the bubble. So Multi there, going to be contested by Boop, who, you know, historically known as the offensive dominant player in Echo, you know, at the very beginning, but last season showed me that he got the defense as well. But that said, the defense here for Hellbent trying to cause a turnover. They just may, but nope, it's actually collected back by Phantoms.
And with possession, Torin retreating out of the bubble, finding that pass, not going to be on target, and into the hands of Baguette for the clear. And this is a chance for Hellbent. They have to get this possession down court, but once again, quick on the retreat is Phantoms, but an error comes through and an open goal, and Baguette will find it at 8 meters. That's 3 on the board. Only a 7-point game now.
Baguette bags it, and yeah, exactly. Cutting it back to single digits, breaking that seal, always such an important thing, especially considering this is week 1, opening week of season 3. You know, first stream appearance for either of these teams, especially, and coming into that kind of situation, there's gonna sometimes be those little jitters, but once you can break that seal, sometimes that'll help you get going a lot better the next minute or two, and we'll see. We have still half of this round remaining, so a lot of time for a comeback, especially with a turnover here. But back to Boop.
And into the bubble, Torin with that reception from Boop to the upper Geo. And like you said, Palidore, this is still anyone's game. This is one of the first games of the season, and maybe one of the, I don't know how many master games we've had so far in the European region, but this is definitely one of the first few. And after this, we'll have Nantes versus, I forgot exactly, but
Envy.
Nantes versus Envy, and another shot coming through. That one's going to bounce off the crossbar, be retrieved and taken by Phantoms off the inner backboard, off that nice angle, and that's another 2.
And back up here to double digits for them, 4:30 remaining. Oh yes, the Nantes Esport versus Tempo game, that was on Tuesday, and was Tempo taking that game in a couple rounds. So have seen Nantes before, have not seen Envy quite yet, and right now definitely envious of how much possession time that Phantoms are getting based off these turnovers. It's 17 points.
And that quick read from the defense, with that slightly delayed boost, able to read that pass, intercept it, and take another 3-point shot, this time at 21 meters. So 4 minutes on the clock, 17-3 advantage to Phantoms.
Yeah, and that's starting to definitely pull ahead, or continuing to, but turnover here. There's a stack, clear, boost, all of the above. The goal open, covered, and actually recovered. Nice on the defense, but dunking it through. Low rider swinging under, and it's 19-3.
And we talked earlier, you know, I want to touch again on how quick, how smart this Phantoms team is. It's one of the best in the world. They've been dominant for the past few seasons, and every time they play, they bring something new to the game.
Yeah, and not just this game. Phantom's an established team as well across VR Master League and the games we support, and Echo being just another one of them. Always glad to have these esport teams and organizations, hopping on board VR and VR esports, and really establishing this thing and making it special, just like we're trying to do here with VRML. That said, a shot is going to be off, little wide, but taken here on top by Lowrider to the backboard, and that is going to be good. 21.
And chat coming through. Everybody wants you to acknowledge them, Palidore.
Hello, them. I acknowledge you. Yeah, sup, guys? See a lot of you in there. Like I said, the beauty and the beast of the growing popularity of VRML is I can't keep up with Twitch chat sometimes anymore. Man, it gets so fast, but love you guys.
And with that pass coming through, there's another chance, but it's going to be stopped by Emil, finding that interception, finding that shot stop in the bubble. Emil sending it now to Torin. They're still going to keep it in their backcourt, just play this short passing game, maintain possession. 2 minutes on the clock, and Phantom's just really quick with this passing, this positioning, and they're just trying to pull that stack out of position and just get down court.
I mean, I can't acknowledge you. I just mean it's more difficult. The chat scrolls so fast. But that said, I will acknowledge this comment saying, bro, European rollouts are kind of sick, not gonna lie. Well, you don't have to. That is the absolute truth. Just like that shot is true from the Phantoms. It was Lowrider, 23-3 on the Mercy. But yeah, these rollouts from Europe, you'll definitely notice if you're not familiar. Very, very unique, varied, and quick. Interesting to watch. That said, to our sideline, it's me, Ollie. What'd you think of that round?
Definitely a quick game. Phantoms had their stacking, passing, and of course shooting very on point for this first round. But I believe if Hellbent just speed up their plays and their stacks just a little more, I think they can definitely make this round 2 a lot closer, and possibly even bring us a round 3. Who knows? I believe they still have a chance in this game.
Yeah, for sure. It's you know, as I said to start off the stream, it was going to be a certainly uphill battle, trial by fire of sorts. Phantoms again reigning supreme. This was a team that went undefeated in season 1. Again, different roster or not, the talent level is still that high. I mean, this is a definitely contending team just by name and in themselves. You're going to expect to see these guys make a big dent into the season 3, you know, record-wise. Right up there with the rest of them. Hellbent, like I said, they're definitely an up-and-coming team. They're master tier for a reason as well, and they showed some great stuff last season. But can they put it together here for the next round? That is the question.
I have faith that they'll be able to make the changes they need to, and they'll be able to make some sort of a dent in this Phantoms defense.
And the chat hoping for that too. Hi, I'm Goldfish. Inner Shadow Miabra again. You got 2 shoutouts. Lucky you. Hex as well. One of our other new casters. Now hold on, because casting it out on the fishing line. Baguette. 3 points first. That is strong, and you love to see that for them to start.
And that's the momentum that they need going into the second round. They need to play hard. They need to challenge the disc at every chance they can get. They need to maintain that pressure on Phantoms.
Yeah, that's again, I mean, definitely a pressured start. Look, another turnover. There's the bounce to clear the boost and the recovery. It's back to back for Hellbent. What a start.
And you'll love to see it. This is great stuff from Hellbent. Let's see if they can continue this momentum, keep challenging Phantoms, keep the pressure on, not allow them to get their possessive short passing game going on, and just throw a wrench into the mix. So with joust advantage now to Phantoms, Phantoms has to respond. Torrent sending it down. And then another pass down to this quick relay to the floor. Torrent with the shot going off the backboard, but it's going to bounce off the crossbar, off that lower pocket. Not going to be in. And that clear is not going to get stopped at the midcourt. And the stacks coming through and almost going into the goal, but quick to retrieve it is Baguette starting this offense in the bubble. And with that give and go, they find it. So that's 7 points on the board.
Oh yeah, that was nice. That was nice, and this is quite the start. 7-0 from Hellbent. They showed the defense on the other end there. They turned it into offense yet again, and they're holding Phantom scoreless. Indeed, a Phantom score sheet for them. Super impressive. They're playing much more calm and collected and cool. These are some cool kids, ain't that right, Keck?
I think Keck agrees. I'll wait to see what he says in chat, but sending it down towards the bubble of Phantoms. Coming out of goal will be Torrent under pressure, gonna send it up to the ceiling, and Boop will be able to retrieve it, and they're gonna be able to get past this defense. Look at that stack challenging, and the shot coming through, it's gonna bounce off the crossbar, but a terrific shot just slightly off and into the hands of Baguette now from that pass, and the clear's gonna come through, and these stacks are trying to get through. A stun will go out at mid, and it will be Phantom's disc in their bubble.
Well, fortunate for Phantoms, they were able to get back quickly, but another awkward bounce is going to go right back to Oculalen for Hellbent. So this is a chance to potentially go up by 9 or 10. Back at the duck, and the make! It's 9-0, only 2.5 minutes into round 2, and this is a complete Jekyll and Hyde series so far because Hellbent is in control.
So who's the good one and who's the bad one? I actually forgot who was the good one in Jekyll and Hyde.
Same. I don't know. I'm just gonna hide from that one, but let's go back into this second round as Lowrider desperately trying to find some points. Emil as well, but Emil is just gonna be stunned, and right back to Lockie. Could it be another Hellbent offensive opportunity?
And these stacks trying to come through. A lot of stuns coming through at the backcourt of Hellbent, and Phantom's quick to retrieve it. Boop 90 with it at the floor. Not under pressure just yet, pulling it up to mid. And able to avoid that oncoming defensive stack, sending it to Tube to Emil. Emil under pressure with one contender right in front of him. Getting that cross pass to Lowrider. Lowrider up to the ceiling, and this 1v1 will be won by Torrent.
Oh, nice shot by Torrent on the dive there. Just underarmed it, essentially. Full extension on the wrist, and was just able to slip it right below the defender as he just tapped out and tried to contest kind of halfway through. And, you know, that could be, like I said, for Hellbent last round, those first couple points could be all you need because there's a 3 just like that. It's a 4-point differential. Suddenly it's a game.
And that's how the momentum shifts so rapidly in this game. And now Phantoms is really pulling this back into their grasp. Now joust advantage back to Hellbent. Hellbent looking to respond and at least get some sort of rhythm going once again.
Shout out Lucky Jello for the follow just a minute ago, and you are lucky to be in this match because it's been a hot one this round as well. There's Emil continuing to be spicy on the offensive scores. Phantoms, they are feeling it once again.
They most definitely are. So only a 1-point lead. Their 7-point lead became 5 points, it became 7 points, and now it's only 1 point. So with possession, Lucky's going to send it to Pac-Man into the hands of Baguette. Baguette's going to cross it up to the upper geo to Multi. Multi back to Baguette, and they're getting past this defense. They're pushing them back into their backcourt, and they're advancing. So Multi's going to send it back to that short pass, but they're going to lose it. 2 of those players from Phantoms were able to converge and make that stun, get that steal, and getting it in the bubble will be Boop. Boop looking for that angle and able to maneuver past those 2 defenders and find 2 points behind the goal.
And wearing one of those defenders like a winter jacket, but still managed to slip it through. So great job from Boop, and just like that, I mean, a ridiculous start from Hellbent in the first few minutes. Equally ridiculous comeback from Phantoms in the last few. So 4:30 remaining, a 1-point advantage in round 2 to Phantoms.
So Oculallen with possession. You can see this Phantoms full court press, not allowing this Hellbent offense, and the shot coming through, it's gonna ding, but what a well-placed angle, well-placed shot. They'll be able to retrieve it. Locky 11 sending it down to the floor and getting past that Phantoms defense now is Baguette. So Baguette with it, looking for an angle, sending it to the rim into the hands of Oculallen for the slam dunk.
Gotta love it. You see, you figure, okay, if you're Hellbent, you've struggled on the offense for the last several opportunities. You know, you got here, there, you got first into the bubble and got the disc back. Didn't give time for the defense to reset. That was important. You didn't give them all time to get back into the bubble and kind of set their eyes on what Hellbent was doing. And then they just went for the nice and easy alley-oop. I mean, can't get more high percentage than that once that pass connects.
And that shot will be off target, bouncing out of the bubble, but at the back line will be Torn to retrieve it. Torn looking to get this offense started once again. Approaching the bubble will be Boop 90. Boop moving off that geo, trying to avoid that defender, and they're just going to take their time there. Down by 1 point. 3 minutes on the clock. Boop 90 with it, going for the shot. Woo. Taking everybody off guard. 19 meters is second, 7 meters just inside the bubble. That's a 1-point lead now, back to Phantoms.
That was bold, that was brash, but you know what? They just hashed out a 1-point advantage with 3 minutes left back again. So 12-11. And you know what? This is actually, this match so far, or at least this round, reminiscent a bit of yesterday. North America had an awesome one between BRTK and Iron Legends in that second round as well. It was a 10-0 start for BRTK, and then Iron Legends made it 10-0 comeback. That's it. What a bounce from Baguette. Love it. 1, 3, 4, 5, and they have 1-4 on the board. It's a 2-point advantage.
And what a terrific shot from Baguette, finding that angle off that floor and really punishing Phantoms for being out of position and applying that defensive pressure. So now they've got this 2-point lead. Joust advantage to Phantoms. With possession will be Boop 90 going through mid, looking for an angle. Got that defensive stack in front of him, and that defensive stack trying to retreat, apply pressure on this offense. And they are now a little bit out of position, and this is a chance that Phantoms needs, but they're going to send it right back out, and they're going to work their way forward. So Torn with it, sending it to Shield, and that shot will come through, and it's a tie game. 2 minutes on the clock. Hellbent trying to force this third round.
Boop yet again with defense right in the area and right on him, but just the concentration. Been doing it long enough, obviously. Just, you know where to place it. You know, even if you can't see the goal too well, even if there's defenders in the way, there's an instinct to it, and definitely showing some of that there as we are tied up with less than 2 minutes in the second round. But a big turnover cause. There's Boop again, going for the namesake shot, and will not hit. However, rebound just the same. The ding back to Lucky, and Hellbent trying to look for a clear perhaps, and a chance to take a lead.
1 minute, 20 seconds on the clock. Time is running out. It is a tie game, and quick to retreat once again will be Phantoms. Emil with possession, sending it to mid in the hands of Boop. They've had 2 missed threes, going for another clear. It's gonna bounce, and missing it is Phantoms, but applying that pressure and coming away with it will be Baguette. So out of that flurry of punches coming through in the bubble, it will be into the hands of Baguette for the clear, but not out of their backcourt. Getting along the wall will be Oculallen, sending it to, I believe, was another one of his players, but they got the clear and the interception at mid, so now it's in the hands of Boop 90. What can they do? Less than 50 seconds on the clock.
Well, definitely if they get a chance at this back, we'll see the backboard attack. There's a 2-point advantage for Phantoms. Big could be the winning shot at this rate. We'll see for Hellbent in that last series of defensive plays. They got the disc, what, 3 or 4 different times, but the clear, that's the problem because Phantoms, they have the backline stack waiting to intercept once or twice. And on the other occasions, they had that bubble stack getting together first to collect. So playing the clear, the boost game against this team, dangerous as is that shot. And the time is now just about out, especially with this collection. And what can they do with 10 seconds?
And with 10 seconds left, it will bounce off trap and looking to retrieve it. And the stun's coming through, but Lowrider will maintain possession for Phantoms. 3 seconds, not enough time. Another shot's gonna come through, and it will be saved by Multi, so Multi will stop that one. But in 2 rounds, it will go to Phantoms.
Wow, 16 to 14 in round 2. Great round, fantastic even. Man, we said this, Dibwee and I said this yesterday for that Iron match, the Iron and BRTK match I talked about. There were 2 more minutes on that clock. We could have been getting that round 3 and we would have loved to see it, but wow, impressive effort from both teams, and that was super entertaining. What do you think, Ali, on our sideline, casting for that match?
Definitely a very impressive effort, like you said, especially from Hellbent. Made this second round a lot closer than the first round. And as you said, if they had a minute or 2 extra, they could have definitely brought us a 3rd round. It looks like all Hellbent needed was just that first round to get warmed up, get a feel for how Phantoms played, and then they knew exactly how to counter it and make this second round much closer. So, but overall, I'm excited. I really hope we get to see these 2 play against each other again some point during the season, because I definitely feel like Hellbent has a very good chance of actually beating Phantoms.
Oh yeah, as I said, Phantoms, you know, they've been way deep into, you know, the post-regular seasons. They've been at the top consistently of this the EU region rankings. So to a degree, you know what to kind of expect with them. Like I said, Hellbent showed a lot of promise last season, but the question is, what have they done the last few months? Well, you know, first round was just a case of kind of warming up into the match and getting the feel out process done. But by the time we reach round 2, you can see Hellbent's been putting in work. That was no mistake. They were putting together some really nice strings of plays. So yeah, love what I saw and hope to see them more again very soon here at Master Tier. Sputnik, we have a few minutes before our next Master Tier match. Any closing words or interesting stats in particular?
I've got no stats. You know me and numbers. I don't get along with them, but with the game itself, that second round, I had said that they just got to get it together, and they did, and they got that momentum. And like all of you have said, that Hellbent is so impressive. They were able to turn it around, and the rest of the season is going to be magnificent. Oh
yeah, well, with that, just yeah, a great success. I mean, I'll read real quick here some of our stats. We got 11 points for Boop, 2 assists. Emil putting together 5 points, a couple saves. Lowrider 17 points, 4 assists, and 31 stuns, and then 6 and 6 in points and assists for Torin, as well as the 9 stuns. And over on Hellbent's side, Baguette going a little bit nuts with the 15. Wow, 15 points, 1 assist, and 9 stuns. Definitely caught fire in that round. But his teammates facilitating him. You can see all his teammates have assists in there. Lockie with an assist and 3 saves. Multi with an assist and 4 saves. He had Oculallen with 2 points, 1 assist, and 20 stuns. So definitely stringing together some good brawls and some good saves there. I mean, 78% of the saves at that, but just yeah, couldn't quite overcome the mountain of Phantoms. So with that, though, we're gonna take a brief intermission, get to our next match in the next few minutes or so, which is to say Nantes Esport facing off against Envy. This will be Envy's Master Tier debut here on the stream for Season 3. So do stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, everybody. Hello once again, and welcome back to VR Master League Channel 1 for your second of your back-to-back matches here in Master Tier. I'm Palidore on the cast alongside SputnikKobra. We have It's Me, Ollie, on the sideline casting, as well as Lanzan on the cameras. Only day 2 and yet killing it on the presentation end of things. So shout out to all of our casting and camera crew here, coming together for these Master Tier matches across the league.
Absolutely, and I'm excited to see Nantes versus Envy. Envy being led by the Niles, who I always love to see play. I just love to hear him talk. He's a very funny guy, and he's a very skilled player, so I really want to see what he's got in this third season of VRML.
Well, absolutely. Always great to see Niles. No lie, no denials. It's great to see him. He's a player I met just once back in 2017, back in ESL Season 1 World Finals, and great guy. Love to see him in the game. You know, anytime you get to come into these matches, especially these days, it's a great thing. We have a lot of new players, 1,600 or so active in VRML at the moment. But obviously, it's always fantastic to get to see the familiarity just as well as the new blood coming in, and how they mix and intermingle and, you know, find their way up this ladder of VR Master League. I just love it.
Absolutely, and Pathfinder 107 coming through with that Prime subscription. Thank you for that one. But like you were saying, it's great to see all these new players, all these new teams. Envy being a newer team. I think this is their second season. They might have changed their name, because, you know, I don't remember this one.
Well, yeah, again, a lot of teams. Obviously, the players involved clearly have been there, done that. But yeah, just whatever the case is, it's just good to see them all coming back here. Nantes, a team that we first got introduced initially as Fusion back in preseason 1 about 12, 13 months ago, and season by season, same kind of thing, where they're just improving drastically to find themselves here in the Master Tier. With that said, we are here. I'm Palidore. This is SputnikKobra once again. Lanzan on cameras, Ollie on the sideline, and golly, it's Charlie with a 3-point online. Nantes Esport up first.
And Nantes, allez, Nantes, Julian coming through in chat. Let's go, Nantes. And they're starting this off with 3 points.
Yeah, beautiful shot there from good luck Chuck Charlie on that. And on this rollout here, let's see, it's gonna be sent over to Niles over in the tunnel. BK crossing it over, and now maybe looking to just dive in right back, maybe before the defense can recover. No, they're just gonna opt to back it out, and that's perfectly okay. See if they can find a high percentage attempt here as they space the floor.
And with that pass down to the floor, and that give and go, and that stop, Alikos with that outstretched arm, making that stop, making it look easy, and getting that clear off the wall and retreating to find it will be infiltrating the Niles with that stack. The Niles will send it down towards the bubble of Nantes, not looking to retrieve it again. And this quick play, so quick. We've seen it with that pass game, and we're seeing with this game, and the stun will come through. BK looking for that angle. This time, Alikos won't be able to stop that one. So it's 3-2 now. And waiting for that clock to come back. I think that's less than a minute, just over a minute off the clock, and this is back and forth.
It's tough there. I mean, Alikos starting where he left off essentially on the stream and the match against Tempo a couple days ago. where he was definitely picking off some of these great saves left and right. And but yeah, unfortunate the recovery. That said, oh, look at that recovery. BK just out of the way on the defensive end. Now the Stacks trying to get into the shot attempt, perhaps, as it will be picked off by Infiltrate. Infiltrate quickly over an awkward bounce off the boots and right back to Ninja Knight looking to the left lane. But there is interference being ran just about, and well, there's a stun and back to National, another one of our new casters here in Season 3. And whoa, there's a Season 3 Sputnik.
That's a shot off the backboard. Swift will get stunned out at 2. National will recover it, and I'll find that 3. And Thunder Echo VR coming through with that Prime subscription. Thank you for the 4 months.
Oh yeah, appreciate that very much. And also shout out to Bang421 for the follow. Steel Souls, Endless Mitten, Scorpion, all you guys, thanks for following here on the stream.
And with that being said, the joust advantage from Nantes will go through mid. They'll lose it to the Niles. Niles will send that off and hitting the Geo, and this stack will come through, and the shot's gonna be good. They don't even need that follow-up stack. National Agency at 38 meters.
Yeah, and on that note too, even though didn't need it, this is something I always emphasize so much to especially newer teams, newer players, newer viewers. Always follow up when you shoot it, when you clear it, no matter what. Sometimes it's easy. I mentioned in streams yesterday, to throw a disc or shoot it and then get stuck just kind of watching it go and fly by and waiting for something to happen. Shoot, throw with confidence, then turn around. You look for something to do. Look for someone to grab, look for someone to punch, look for someone to stack with. Always be doing something and maximizing all of your time on the floor. And that's what these teams at the master tier always do so well.
And then Niles taking his time, taking it up to the bubble, making this drive, not under pressure. Maybe has the angle, gonna go up. He could have had that shot, but opted to send it up. And with it bouncing off the wall, going to the hands of National Agency, National will get stunned, and a flurry of punches will come through, but that clear from Charlie 13 will sail towards the bubble of Envy.
And a rather easy recovery here for National Agency. Him and BK getting to the back, and a lot of time to spare. You can see in the midfield trying to spread the floor is Nantes Esport. That said, they need to get back into the goal, because otherwise you're in for a national emergency. It's 11-3.
National Agency doing what he does best, finding these difficult angles at 40 meters from the tube, just like we saw Baguette do in the previous game. And a really nice shot. Now it's 8-point differential in favor of Envy.
Echo Arena Cosmic in the chat, shouting out me and Sputnik. Good to see you in the stream again, just as well. And see Paddish in there, Guipo joining in for both of these games. Trespassing, saw him have a great game yesterday, and a lot of familiar faces, like I said. Gotta love it. Here we go, back to the tunnel and back to another Envy potential goal.
And that shot will come through, maybe looking for that anchor 3, but the hand traveling just slightly past the bubble, so it's 7 meters, but they're gaining momentum and they're looking like they're not going to stop.
Yeah, a little bit of a similar start to what we saw in the Phantoms versus Hellbent game just moments ago. But as we all know, things can change on a dime, like it did in that second round. So Envy feeling pretty good here, but not Esport. Things can change any moment, especially if they can, get some more of that defensive energy here that we've seen from Alikos and the rest of their teammates inside this bubble. That said, trying to deny, but they just will concede another one to BK instead.
And we just need to see some sort of rhythm from Nantes. They have to just slow it down. They have to adjust accordingly and find these ways to get past this defense. The Niles and National Agency have such a strong stack. Every player on this Envy team has such a strong defensive and offensive stack. Look at that stack once again, able to retreat from mid, find possession, send that clear through mid, and they're going to challenge it. But these stuns will come through, tying them up just for a second, but they end up getting through. Now in the bubble, they have that angle, but it's a bounce off the back of the crossbar. It's going to go in, though. BK will find it. He's putting it in at 10 meters a second.
Yeah, National just wanted the assist. BK helping them with that effort. But that said, Frozen Girl, thank you for the follow. I see now Novelux also in the chat, Snowy Blue in there, and Pawn Stream is on stream, at least on the stream chat. Welcome as well. And Snowy, I don't think I like that. Back to the midfield.
And it will go through to the bubble. The bubble of Nantes into the hands of Charlie 13. Charlie 13 sending it now to 2, but once again, that stack infiltrate is there, sending it up to the ceiling, and the shot from BK will ring true. 10-meter distance, 18 meters a second, 17-point lead now to Envy.
Yeah, what more can you say? This definitely is looking like a similarly dominant first round. 3 minutes left, and Nantes at this point just fighting for, as always, that kind of momentum. You know, anytime a team gets behind and it gets later into the game, even if you can't come back in the round necessarily, you're always fighting for that momentum so you can go into the next round strong. And definitely do not want to be mercied here or have that kind of situation unfold. They want to find a little bit of rhythm.
And they are trying to do that with that shot. It's not going to be on target. Swift will not be able to find that angle, but to retrieve it will be Alikos slapping it down and into the hands of Swift. Swift sending it back to Alikos, looking to get this offense off the shield and the shot, but the stop infiltrate, just reading that arm and making the grab and sending it through the tube. They're looking to retrieve it. A bit of flurry of stuns coming through. Ninja Knight being stunned out, sending it to the wall. And 2 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. Looking to finish strong is Envy, and Nantes is just trying to hold them off.
Yeah, they do momentarily hold the disc. Ninja Knight trying to get some separation. Alikos, you can see on Infiltrate, just kind of hanging onto the toes, brawling him out, trying to open up some lanes, perhaps for his fellow teammates on Nantes. But a turnover again to BK, and BK is going to reset at this point. They know that, you know, if they can hold on to this disc, I mean, they should be good. They don't want to give up stuff like that, because even if they're set to win this round, like I said, you don't want to have not feeling anything good going into the next.
Absolutely, and looking to get their rhythm to go into the second round is Charlie 13 with that shot at 2 meters behind the goal, able to challenge that, find possession on that stack. And sending it quickly will be the Niles. Well, sending it quickly will be the QB of Envy to the Niles. And look at this quick passing play, this quick rollout from Envy, sending it forward to National Agency, looking for that angle. Good to make the drive and the shot, and that's 2 points to Envy.
All right, so assists to BK, points to National, indirect assists to Denials, or yeah, in the mid lane, because the reason they had that whole lane open up, that play open up, is because Niles got that first pass off, and the rest of the way through, he was brawling out 2 defenders for Nantes, so didn't even allow them a chance to recover and open up the easy lanes.
And with that pass down to that stack, National Agency now with it. Less than 50 seconds on the clock. Infiltrate to find it off the wall, sending it back for that reset. And maybe they're looking to maintain possession, run out this clock. Maybe they're looking to put that final score in, that final nail in the coffin in this first round. And getting that stun out will be a member of Not now with possession. Alikos sending it for that clear. It's going to bounce off the upper part of mid, and that stack from Not will challenge it. Alikos once again at the back line now with possession. Less than 30 seconds on the clock, and Not wants to put more points on the board. They want to prevent this mercy. That shot coming through, but that stop, it's just right there, and that slap to mid. But Alikos now 10 seconds on the clock. They want these points, and they're not gonna find them. Infiltrate will stop that. It's back-to-back saves from Infiltrate, and another shot, it's gonna be off target. But what a great performance from Infiltrate in the bubble.
Well, that's devastating if you're not, because for those were good looks, those were really good attempts, and then still yet Envy, they don't even care that they're up 22-5. They still play that same intensity and still shut them out of a last goal or two. So impressive from Infiltrate. And with that, I hand it over to it's me, Ali, for our sideline cast. And how about that round?
Definitely some impressive plays and some impressive saves came out of that round. And I should point out BK and National being a very dangerous duo in this game, both scoring 11 points. Very dangerous, yeah. I should say Nantes probably just need to speed up their plays a bit, because it seemed like Envy got a lot of goals just off of either the goalie being alone or just empty goals that National or BK managed to find their way into that.
Yeah, and round 2, I mean, they're just gonna have to reset and try, you know, just to figure out some stability. Whether that means being more stable with the stacks, or just finding more passes. You know, that either way, they got to figure out where the cracks in the Envy game is, if there are any, and come back here. You know, as see Wings Create with a follow as well. Thank you for that. Locky in the chat, and Albifons. If you're Nantes Esport, you got to say Albifine going into round 2. Here we go.
And with this joust underway, it will be won by Envy, and they'll get it in the bubble.
Whoa.
They just slap it right in that stack that made the headbutt contact at mid. Will be also the stack that slaps it in.
Wow.
And Wings Creates, Wings Creates coming through with the subscription with Twitch Prime. Back to you, Palidore.
BK, that was sick. I'll give you that. That was just great rollout. But again, the very confident slap back. And yeah, right back to Nantes Esport, and thank you to Snowy Blue also for number 2 in the last minute here of the Prime Gaming. Appreciate that very much, even with your joke earlier. We'll be over to Alicos now for Nantes Esport as they try to get their first couple points, and they will. What a hit in the upper pocket from Charlie.
That one was perfectly placed. They had that difficult angle. You could see them turning around. You could see them trying to position themselves, and they got it. Charlie 13 with that 2 behind and below the goal. It's now a tie game, and the hype train has just started. It's incoming, and joust advantage now to Envy. Infiltrate with possession, looking for an angle, sending it to the tube, and then Stack is just trying to pressure this offense.
Yeah, what the hex? Thanks for the 500 bits. Love that. One of our league casters this season coming into it. Appreciation. And tilt zone. I'm totally untilted right now. So is not trying to get back into the defensive zone. And let's see as Infiltrate roams right through to the bubble. All solo and handing it off. Hand solo to National Agency 4-2.
And look at this play. Both teams are now putting pressure on each other. They're playing with intensity. Almost 2 minutes off the clock, 2-point advantage to Envy, not trying to respond, trying to wrestle back momentum in the second round with joust advantage now. Alicos to QB, looking for that angle, sending it through mid, all the way to the floor. Ninja Knight going for the shot. Whoa. It's not gonna be on target, bouncing off the crossbar, but it's gonna be taken by Infantry in the stun and a grab, and it's gonna be thrown out of the bubble.
Yeah, nice dive as well, just helping out the teammate. You know, not being happy with just watching the disc get collected and drove in. You know, knowing when the angles are tough, so you just dive out before the offense has a chance to create a better angle shot, and that's why they cause a turnover, and that's why they've got the offensive opportunity here. But never mind, because there's Charlie with a good stun. He has Swift in tow, and now losing it, but retaining it, and Charlie will gain it. It's 4-4.
And Albafon's coming through with 100 bits as Charlie 13 sends that shot into the bottom pocket at 5 meters. It's a tie game, 7 minutes on the clock. This second round is really turning out to be a great one.
Yeah, a good one. As Goblin hops in the chat, and Hex, another 500 bits as well. Thank you guys so much. Hype train activated indeed, and this has been a hype second round. Remember, we made the comparisons to that Phantoms and Hellbent match, which had a lopsided first round and awesome second round. Well, this one is shaping up to be much the same. Let's see though, hoping for that third round, if nothing else.
And with possession, but getting the stun, but picking it right back up is Swift. And looking for these stacks, both teams are racing for it, getting it off. Both teams overshooting it, but at the back line will be Charlie 13 with possession, sending it forward into the bubble. It's not going to be on target, and Infiltrate's going to come out of goal to find it.
Now, Aries with subscription to Prime Gaming. All right, we are gaming indeed. It is all tied up, and let's see, in the tunnel, a big brawl starting to unfold. Everyone momentarily stunned. Alicos is trying to slap it, finding any kind of angle, but will be a missed shot from National Agency, who made a few nice ones in that last round as Infiltrate takes it away and now looks to slow it down. And
slow it down they will. They'll send it to the back line. The Niles now, not under pressure, trying to pull that defender out of position, but they're going to hold at Bowtie. He's going to make the drive towards the bubble along the floor. Try and find that pass, finding it below the goal, and then forward, but maybe a little bit of miscommunication as it sails out of the bubble. This is a chance for Not to get down court, but that is, Stack will come through. Envy now with possession. The defensive Stack will fly through, not able to contest. And BK with it, doesn't see that player from behind, and this is a chance for Not, sending it down into the bubble. They need to read that bounce, but it goes to the floor. Infiltrate under pressure, these triple coverage, and they have that angle off the backboard. They'll find it to the pocket. That's a 2-point advantage now to Non.
Hot pocket dropped it, and wow, the hype train also continues there. We have Hex, another 500. and Albafons with 10. We got 6-4 on the scoreboard, and I want to shout out on that play as well, Charlie, because they had some important stuns in the midfield. So they mean more than just one stun on the stat sheet, because that's at least the second time in the last couple of minutes that a stun from him has, well, led directly to a goal moments after.
And not trying their hardest and doing a great job so far. They're trying to force this third round. You can see this bubble defense led by Alakas in goal. He's pointing to his players. He's telling you need to cover that one, as Ninja Knight tries to find a better position to cover BK along the wall. Holding back is the Niles. Niles trying to create this positioning for his team, but that pass is going to be off target. Able to retrieve it though is Infiltrate. Infiltrate gets another chance on this offense into the ceiling and trying to find that angle, and finding it past that goalie Alakas will be BK.
All right, back to a tied up match here between Nantes Esport and Envy. Again, folks, this is a European matchup here in the Master Tier, a Master Division, being a round robin style format in these 5-week cycles. A little bit of a change, but every master team now in EU and NA will be playing each other across each 5-week cycle. And yeah, getting that variety in here in the first week, as we see Ninja Knight trying to get that pass through, but it's just a great cutoff in the midfield by Niles, reading that one, and then right back to Nantes.
And off the wall, looking to get it, would be a member of Nantes, but National Agency will beat them with that stack, sending it down to the bubble of Nantes. And looking to find it will be Ninja Knight this time. Under pressure, will get stunned out, so it's a loose disc at the trap in the backcourt of Nantes. At the floor will be Infiltrate, sending that slap out. Swift able to read it, but not find that clear through two, but will bounce around. And the stack will come through, and Envy will have it.
Yeah, it seems like, again, much better round from Nantes here, but definitely some of these stacks from Envy getting the best of them on a couple of these occasions, and that is gonna result in the goal. 8-6. There's still a few minutes, and it is close. So far, it's been basically goal for goal in what is a lower scoring round comparatively after Envy's last round 1 win.
And with 3 minutes on the clock, only 2 points to Envy. Nantes can force this third round. They need to get in their bag. They need to make the decisions that will take them to victory in the second round, and maybe victory in the series, but they'll send an interception at mid. Infiltrate now, sending it up to that stack. National Agency with it, looking back, looking around, looking for something, sending it to Niles, and Niles is going to sink it at 4 meters.
Great patience from National Agency. Kind of saw that he grabbed the disc, but was caught in no man's land, had no momentum and no aim. Could have panicked, did not panic. Found the right pass to the right guy. It's a 4-point advantage with 2:30 left. And Sam Spaghetti, thanks for the 75 bits, and Chase for the follow.
Level 3 hype train, and it is hype. This is a great second round. Nantes will find it off the wall. Alcos under pressure, gonna get stunned out, and then that stack able to apply that pressure. National Agency forcing that error. It will be at mid. It will now be in the hands of Envy. Infiltrate with possession, sending it up into the hands of Niles. Niles looking to make this drive towards the goal. Alcos slightly out of position, not able to challenge that 2v1, and National will find that slam dunk.
That was also bold from Alcos. I think what he was doing there at first when Niles was driving was Alcos was kind of by the barrier. He was eyeing down Niles. I think he was trying to bait that 3-point attempt for the save, which again, very bold play, but I've seen it done before, and Alcos is certainly one who could do it. But then unfortunately, just the other player positioned out for the pass from Niles, and will result in the score, the 6-point advantage, and 90 seconds remaining with another score here. It's Niles assisting BK.
And what a performance from Nantes in this second round, able to turn it around, but wrestling control back will be Envy for a strong finish in this second round. Looking to pull off this sweep, and time is running out in this second round. Nantes wants to just put points on the board. They want to minimize this differential. Alakos to QB, sending it to 2 into the hands of Swift. Swift sending it right back to Alakos, and Alakos sending it forward, but it's going to be intercepted by Infiltrate. And Alcos will get that stun. He'll get stunned himself, and off the wall, and looking for this pass forward will be Infiltrate. BK now with it, looking at an uncontested goal, and he will sink it at 10 meters.
And that will likely be the ice on this round. About 50 seconds, a little bit less than that left, but sinking it with confidence, with calmness, was BK, assisted by Infiltrate that time. And thank you to Twitch once again. 20 bits there from Yeldar. Darb, and where the fish or fizz, where the gotcha is Mario Judah. Thank you, it's a you, Mario. Appreciate the follow, and the hype train concludes.
And what a great series of matches today. And that shot will come through. It'll be off target, bouncing off the wall, but under pressure. Looking for that is Swift, trying to contest that defense. And once again, with that slap through, Charlie looking for that angle, but Envy quick to cover him, and 8 seconds on the clock. Alicos stopping it at the back line. 4 seconds, trying to put points on this board and stop it. That shot will come through, but Infiltrate will find the save, and that will be a 2-round sweep to Envy.
Yeah, Infiltrate ending that round the same way they ended the first one with those couple saves, and then another one right there. So nice defense, and overall, great showing on their stream debut of Season 3. It's Envy, that victory. And over to our sideline caster, it's Ollie just as well. Wow, how'd you feel about that effort from Nantes and Envy?
Felt like Nantes definitely had a better round going here. They still needed to break up their stacks of Envy, because it looked like Envy just managed to get their stacks together really quick and beat them to the disc almost every time. Similar to the last round, having that one-on-one situation, or 2-on-1, or leaving the goal open even. So Nantes should have just broken up the stacks, or gotten their stacks together faster, or maybe just have someone sitting a little further back so they can get to that goal and try defend it a bit better than they did today.
Yeah, I feel definitely a big difference maker probably was just the speed. A lot of these, plays where Nantes would be able to get these clears or knock the disc loose. It seemed like even if the NB stack started further away, they were still getting to the disc first a lot of the time. So in those kind of cases, either trying to get their stacks in a little quicker, or leeching on to one of the NB stacks to at least tag along and make it so the recovery wasn't quite as easy to get on some of those opportunities. So really, speed always a big factor, but Nantes still did a lot of other great things. You saw some great defense from Alicos, Charlie with the midfield play, some great stuns that led to goals. I mean, the team play, as we saw last season, and I got more and more impressed by Nantes in that regard over the course of Season 2, is that they're really stringing together some fantastic teamwork in the latter half of Season 2. And just not the showing they wanted to begin Week 1 of VR Master League Season 3, but still, like I said before, long season, 5 months long. In fact, this is 1 week of many to come, and they don't have to be too worried. Just come back for a rebound week next time. Meanwhile, for Envy, they're going to just try and carry this to more success later on in the week.
Absolutely, and a terrific game, a terrific series of games. And with that level 3 hype train, it's really can't thank the audience enough.
That's 4 sub gifts and about 1,700 bits, and I do believe that makes 4 days in a row that we've had hype trains. If not 4 days in a row, at least 3 out of the 4 in this first week of Season 3. So I mean, that's amazing from you guys. As we always say, you don't have to do it, but it's always appreciated. And just your attendance, your chatting, the chat activity, stuff like that matters a lot. For the casters, sure, but for the teams, for the players, so love to see you guys coming in, supporting the production, but also supporting each other, because if you're not doing it for your peers and on the stream and such, well, what else are you doing it for? You play to be part of this community. So thank you guys for doing just that over in the Twitch chat. And on that note, thank you to, once again, Ali for the sideline analysis. It's me, Ali, and Lanzan, who's been doing a fantastic job on the cams. Only his second day on VRML cams, but obviously well seasoned in that department and operating it and managing the stream quite nicely. And SputnikKobra, thank you also for casting with me, of course, these last couple matches. And I think with that, we're going to sign off until later on. Of course, check the schedule page, the match pages of VRML.com, or check the Discord, and just get a good look at what we stream later on in the day. But guarantee you there will be more stuff, as always. But until then, I have been Palidore. That's been SputnikKobra. It's me, Ali, and Lanzan on production for you today. Be happy, healthy, safe, and good to each other, and we'll see you again mighty soon.
Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.